welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nikki Marie back with another video. So I thought I would do a little Amazon video today. I am on my way there. Today we have a 3-hour block for $70.50. This one is from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. So, you know, we're in the middle of the day. I woke up early this morning thinking I was going to get one this morning. But that's the thing about Amazon that I don't like, that they could definitely improve on, which is not having to go on the app and keep refreshing the app and refreshing the app. Like some mornings at 5 a.m., there's orders that come on there for 6 a.m. So I prefer to get my orders and my blocks earlier as possible. But here in Fayetteville, it's just kind of up and down. It's not consistent, and I wish it was. And I just wish there was a better way besides refreshing the app every second. So today we are going to be showing you how many miles I do. I spoke about this in my last video that I did, and I spoke about how Amazon has just not been the greatest lately. When Amazon first came to Fayetteville, it was great. Like, I feel like the routes were decent. They were lower pay, but at the same time we were finishing a lot earlier. It just made sense. But now that, like, they've got us working the entire 3-hour block or 4-hour block now, it's just, the pay is not adding up to me. I don't know if everybody in Fayetteville is feeling my pain, but I just feel like the routes were better. We're gonna see how many miles we do. I do start calculating my miles from the time I leave home, and it's about 11 miles from where I live, so that will be calculated in with my total miles for this block. And I usually take it all the way back to like me going home, or if I continue working after that, I'll stop it at that point. But I'm just trying to think, is Amazon still worth it these days? I saw a video pop up on my feed on YouTube, and the guy was saying it was the best side hustle. And I think maybe for a side hustle, it probably is a good side hustle. But for somebody that's trying to make it her main hustle, it ain't so great from my point of view right now. So I'm gonna take you guys along. We're gonna see how many stops and stuff we get today. It's a 3-hour route, but lately I've been sent out to the boonies on 3-hour routes, so we'll see. I will be pulling up to the warehouse in about 10 minutes, so I will see you guys there. One more thing that I wanted to mention before we pull up to the warehouse is that I do use an app to track my miles. I do pay for the premium version because the app that I use, they basically stopped like updating your earnings and your stuff in the app unless you pay for the premium version. So it is $9.99 a month to have that, but for me it's super useful because it's so easy for me to turn on and off when I'm working, you know, and when I'm doing something personal, I don't have to like go in the app at all. I know some apps, they kind of like automatically just start tracking when you're in a vehicle, but for me this one works because I turn it on and off whenever I need to. So yeah, it just works better for me. But yeah, I will see you guys when we get to the warehouse. I'll try to film as much as I can. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to like really film inconspicuously. I know I've done it before, if you guys see my older videos where I actually worked for Amazon DSP, but now that I'm just like an independent flex driver, it's a little different. But alright, you guys, I've made it to the warehouse. I'm just pulling up. So once you pull up, it's basically gonna ask you to like take a picture of yourself, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not technically late, like I'm still in the time window, so I'm supposed to arrive between 11:45 and 12:05. It's 11:58. I usually try to show up late because I like to be in the bypass lane, and that just means like whenever I'm done loading up, I can literally leave and pull off. If I pull up to the lanes, I have to wait for everybody to be able to pull off. So I'm hoping that I still get in the bypass right now. It's better because I'm typically faster with loading up, and I I have to end up sitting there for like 15-20 minutes just waiting for everybody else to finish so that we can pull off. So yeah, you gotta have your ID on, you guys. And yeah, I'm about to give the guy my ID, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm here, but it turns out they're not sending us to the bypass lane, so we're just at the second half of the station. So I'm gonna try to show y'all what it looks like. So I would typically want to be over there on the outside of this thing just to be able to pull off, but they're lining us up right here, so I don't know why, but I might have to wait even longer. We'll see. Alright you guys, I freaking loaded up in like, I don't even know, 4 minutes. Got done. Even though I was in the second like half, they let us like pull off whenever we were done. So first one done, I'm out of there. It's 12:12. Sad part about it is I'm headed all the way to Lumberton on a 3-hour route, basically. It's pretty bad, to be honest. Usually a 3-hour route, you would not be going that far. It is a 30-minute drive. It's not ideal, honestly. For me to get this route today, I waited as long as I possibly could before I felt like the routes wouldn't be available anymore. I got this route at around 11:20, and it originally started off as $54 and it went up to $70, but with the amount of miles that I'm about to do, I just know I'm gonna be over 70 miles, and that's what I'm typically finding now that I'm doing Amazon. You're doing just like way under $1 a mile for these routes, and it's pretty bad. So I have 34 stops and I'm driving 30 minutes just to get to the route. So in my head, I feel like that's already an hour of driving because I have to drive there and back. And then when I get there, like ideally I'd like to finish the route in an hour, just so I can say like, okay, this route took 2 hours total, so it's not that bad. But typically it takes longer than an hour to do the route, so it just, usually I would say the route is a lot more spread out. This one, it doesn't look super bad, but I just have to see when I get there and start doing it. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to like organize these first ones, so I usually put my smaller ones up front, and I usually get the first bag of those like in order, so that once I get to my route, like everything's already in order. But basically what I'll do is when I get to my first stop, I'll go through and organize these ones here. The ones in the back, I usually separate them by the small ones. The small boxes are in the back seat on the floor, and then the medium-sized ones are on the back seat directly behind me. And then the second part of the route, because I only had 2 bags today, the second part of the route is on the other side of the car, so behind the passenger's seat. And it's the same way, the small stuff in the floor, and then like medium-sized stuff on the seat. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Once you get to the stop, it'll tell you if you have like an envelope, which are these small ones here in the front, or small or medium. It's very rare that like you might get something that's completely mismarked. It'll say it's a small box and it's actually an envelope. Sometimes that happens, but it's rare. And yeah, not happy about this going all the way to Lumberton, but it is what it is. We'll see how long it takes. So I'll let you guys know what time it is once I get to the route, but right now it's 12:17, and like I said, I have a 30-minute drive, so I will see you guys once I get to the route. Alright guys, I am here at the route. I didn't have time to like organize my little packages, so I told you guys I was going to do it here. So I usually go by this number that's on this little purple tag right here. So I'll just put them in order based on those numbers. And sometimes it'll have like an odd number starting with the U. So I'll just like put that to the side. Okay, so now I'm gonna go on my phone and I'm just gonna make sure like the route is fairly in order. I don't like to do back and forth. I don't like to cross like major highways and stuff. Sometimes it'll just be a little backwards, and if I feel like I need to change the order, I'll just remember which stop that was, and then I'll kind of like change the order once I get to that stop. but this is looking pretty good, so I don't think I'm gonna change anything. But yeah, my first stop is a business, so it's a pizza place. It's called Your Pie, and it is 12:44, so we'll see how long this route is gonna take us. All right, guys, I'm done that route. It took me about an hour and a half. It's 2:13 now, so I'm going to head back to the area. I'm gonna try to get another route for tonight or today or just right now. I don't know. I'm gonna try to get another route. There's some on here, but I just want to like try to get the best priced one, you know, best pay. So I will see you once I get one. Hopefully I get something good, so we'll see. But I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, you guys, so I'm like back in the area and I ended up getting another route. So this one is going to be a 3.5 for $93. So I got lucky. It's not typical. So I don't have time to go home, so I'm just gonna like find somewhere to sit. I got me a little snack from Mickey D's. Sit for a little bit, and I got probably like 25 minutes before I head to the station. So I'm just gonna go like closer to the station, and let's see how many miles I've done so far. So I've done 84 in total. If I minus the 11 miles that I did like coming from home, it's about 73 miles. So just almost at $1 a mile for that route. It was a pretty good route. I wasn't going super far in between stops, so that was good, and I was finishing like fairly quickly, I feel like, more than usual. So I'm glad that I finished that route in an hour and a half, but it took me some time to like drive back up to this area. So let's get out of here. All right, guys, I'm literally like right across from the warehouse. Not across, but like the warehouse is through these woods, but I have to go like around that way and go. So it's 3:13. I'm gonna head over there now. Since my little strategy didn't work last time of me like coming late thinking that I was gonna like get out faster, it still kind of worked, but like at the same time it didn't. So I'm gonna just go one time this time, and I hope I get a good route like I just did. But 2 good routes in one day, I don't think it's gonna happen. What do y'all think? We'll see. Honestly, I don't know. Let's see how many stops we have. Y'all, so I got my route. I have 39 stops, 42 packages, and 39 stops. So this is what it's looking like. Good part about it, I don't have to go too far, so I'm not going far from the station, which is good. So I might be able to get this done in a reasonable amount of time. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat 3.5 hours. We'll see what we can do. Alright guys, I'm home. It's the end of the day. I'm gonna close out the video and give you guys like the totals and everything. So today I did 2 Amazon routes. One was $70.50 and the other was $93. A total of 6.5 hours in routes, but I finished the first route in less time and I finished the second route in less time. I'll just calculate it as 6.5 hours. And the total miles that I did for the 2 Amazons was 141. I really wanted you guys to see what a typical Amazon route is for me lately, which is like under $1 a mile, but that just didn't happen today. I got lucky. But I appreciate you guys watching this. Let me know down below other things you want me to film or you want to see, and put a car emoji down below in the comments if you made it this far. Bye.